Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Mixed Media Frenzy, where every Friday me and my gal pals get together and we take a scrapbook layout and we lift it. And here is today's layout. So yeah, in the end, there's maybe one or two elements that you can tell that I pulled from this lift. But I mean, the whole idea was really inspired by this. I am going to pull in some old Stampin' Up! Products, some close to my heart inks, some Dina Wakley gloss sprays. FYI, spoiler alert, I do not use that leaf die. I'm just showing you right there. Boo, I don't like that side of the page. So I'm just going to use the back for some white cardstock. And don't judge me at all. We are in the process of remodeling and we ripped up the living room carpet without getting an appointment for new carpet because I work in supply chain management. I know how rough it is, but why on earth would I not put two and two together? So while we're waiting to receive new carpet to be installed, we just have the bare hardwood floors and they are horrible. And you can see that in the back there behind B. So don't judge me. I do have beautiful carpet coming, I promise. But I really liked these pictures and I thought you guys are so sweet and nice that you won't have horrible things to say about the fact that my floors look like doggy doo-doo. So anyway, let's talk about these pictures right here because they are funny. If you zoom in, you will A, see the nasty floors, and B, you will see B, and that was how I was eating this particular night. Sometimes we sit in the living room and watch TV and use TV trays, and I was sitting there while we were watching the news or something. I don't even know what me and him were watching. And all as I could see was just her eyes staring at me, but she's actually like squinting her eyes and giving me a dirty look because I won't give her any food. And I thought it was funny and I wanted to take a picture and scrap it. So now this Stampin' Up! Stamp set and die cuts is very old from when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator because I haven't bought any Stampin' Up! Products since I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And that was way back in 2015 or 16-ish. Probably more like 15 in the beginning of 16. Anyway, it is supposed to be a flower. And I used them as those wonky circles. I also took the splatter stamp and went ahead and stamped that around, which was fun. Lost that footage, you guys, because I was messing and playing around with my husband. He was making me laugh, and I had turned the camera off and kept going. And yeah, that's what happens. This is a close to my heart stamp set. It is just wonky arrows that I put on there. But anyway, I will use this stamp set again because it is really cool. If you don't like to use splatters, it is fun to find a splatter stamp because it creates such a cool effect. Basically, I just took those four colors, and I don't even know the name of them. The orange is a nectarine. There is a pink raspberry, a deep sangria, and then Sundance? Does that seem right to you? No, it is not nectarine. It was canary Stampin' Up! Ink. And then coordinating Dina Wakley sprays. They matched real well. Then I come in with some major splatters, right? And that's my background. And it looks nothing like the sketch. Or the layout that we're lifting. But that's okay. I want to tell you why that's okay. Because a scrap lift or a sketch or anything, it is used for inspiration. At least that's how I interpret it. So it's okay that, I pulled inspirations, parts from this to get the idea for the layout. So right here again, lost footage. I went ahead and took a honeycomb stamp or stencil from Close to My Heart, used the inks and the splatters, and went ahead and my blender brush, which makes everything super easy. I have one for each coordinating color. And I went ahead and did 4 12 by 12 pieces of paper. Right, here they are. I'm going to take the big, medium, and the small. So I take 3, and I'm going to die cut each of these out. And here they all are. And that's just to add some like wonky texture to the top because more is more, right? Now I'm just going to go ahead and I use my liquid adhesive A because these are really small little areas, and B, lots of mixed media. There is no gesso on the page. Sometimes, this is one of those times where I liked everything to soak in, and if you use gesso and stamp, I inevitably, every single time, smear it beyond all belief. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck this under. I have not properly adhered my photo down yet. I've just tacked it with a little bit of adhesive. And we are just going to get this all put on here. To be fair, I can't believe that I left all this in because it is just me squeeging all this stuff around. However, I did have a lot left, and I threw that in my mega vacation kit because it's all fun, bright, happy, great colors, and it'll work just fine for the vacation, right? I am staying within the confines of my mixed media area while I'm getting all of these on there, just making sure that I don't have too many light colors by each other, and we just kind of go with it. All right, still going. All right, so today, obviously, Mixed Media Frenzy. Don't forget to check down below for all the links of my lovely lady friends that are playing along and have played along do play along every Friday. See how they interpreted this lift today, or if it was a true lift, or if they just picked certain elements, as such I did. I will also have links down to my Close to My Heart website if you would like to pick any of that up. The Glassboard Studio, which if you use the coupon code Rebecca20, you get a percentage off the order of the entire store, and that is that fabulous glassboard mat that I'm using back there. I'm also going to rip a triangle right there that I'm testing out some of the remnants of what I have left over from the honeycomb, and we're just going to get that stuck on there. That was also a big element in the original layout, so I don't know if you guys have noticed, but almost every time I do a Mixed Media Frenzy and I use a scrap lift, I miss like certain elements. And it's not because I didn't want to do them. It's because I focus in on one thing, and that's what I create. I will also have linked down below my Brutus Monroe website, and in case you want to pick up any cut files, Spiegel Mom scraps as well. But yeah, we're going to come in and add a title. And because it's such a funny photo, I'm going to use these two different alphas. And the big ones, I'm going to spell out food. Obviously, we have to put additional adhesive because why would these things stick? I mean, that's just insane. And at this point, we've accepted it for so long, you guys. They're never going to make them stick. So we should just stop complaining is how I think about it. But I'm just going to go ahead and add some extra adhesive. And I'm going to title... It's going to be food real big, but then using the little delightful foamy black stickers, and I don't have a T, even though I had like 4 packages of these suckers. I ended up turning a 7 upside down and making it work. But I'm going to title this Bee Want Food, because I feel like that's what she was saying in her head as she was glaring at me and squinting her eyes and giving me dirty looks. I feel like she was saying Bee wants food. But she's a dog and they don't speak proper English, so it's Bee want food. Yeah, in my head, that's how it works out. I do come in a little bit later with some gem type stones that have a bit of black in them, just to bring out some more of the black. And I'm going to scatter those around the page. I will also use enamel dots or glue to hold those down just in case, because there is a lot going on in the background there, and I absolutely love it. But even though there's a lot going on in the background, my photos pop right off this page, and that is one thing that I love about a crazy mixed media background, because it is because of all of the colors that I use and then placing the die cuts on top of it, it's almost like I've muted out certain areas and it's not too crazy bold back there. I do come in with hickory smoke black soot, and I'm going to ink the entire edges because I feel like I need to have just a bit more of the black brought into it. The reason I'm just adding all of the light pink gems that I have, to be honest with you guys. I don't want any of them left. I'm trying to use those sheets up, so I don't, in essence, that's a great way to storage if it works for you, but I don't like it, and it doesn't really work for me, and I lose more of the embellishments because I knock them off as I put things in and out of my little basket. So we're just going to go back to leaving them all in their packaging and deal with it that way. I feel like that'll work best. All right, what else do we want to talk about? I don't know, but I left way too much in this editing process. But this layout took me several days, almost a week. Like, I'd work on it a little bit at a time because, life is crazy, and I was just trying to get it done as I could get it done. And obviously, mixed media, dry time, it happens. So very quickly, I distress the ink or the edges, and there is the original. There is my interpretation, and here's all the fun stuff that I used. Don't forget to go check out my Friday Gal Pals, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Bye.